was if towers were worth it, since there were so many mind control options. And we all know the different shenanigans that can happen with the mind control. So let's check it out. Welcome in. My name's Glanzer. We're going to check out the deck for Team Wars week, what is it, 14? Appreciate you being here. Make sure you like the video. It'll spread it out to more people. Make sure you leave a comment which you think is different than what I'm saying here. So if you have any disagreement, let me know. But let's start it off. First off, I like to look, see if we got removal, anything like that. All right, we got mind control. We got unholy. Okay, let's go. So we got Mecha versus Ninja. Now, I could see, is there Purify? I could see Ninja with, is it Dar? Oh yeah, Dar, SWOW Ninja is a very, very difficult thing to deal with. But there's Unholy, so you could Unholy it the second time. What's the removal? SWOW over Grand Wizard. I would say almost definitely. Let's go ahead and mark it. I don't care. Almost definitely SWOW for the Grand Wizard. Almost definitely. Almost definitely Stand the Great. Stand the Great's a good cow counter. Almost definitely cows. Good cow counter. I would say actually no Ninja simply because Stand the Great is going to be out there. And Stand the Great really impacts that. Paladin obviously on this one. Astro's just not good enough. Barbrady's got to be our choice there just because PC Principle is so bad and so potentially dangerous because he can push enemies away into solitude. Imagine you're about to kill the angel and your PC Principle pushes her to safety and then she heals for thousands more damage the rest of the battle. That is terrible. So Barbrady, worst case scenario, he doesn't hit New Kid, he blows some people up. It can work. You can play it where he's gonna blow up the angel, which could be good. You could kill him with the angel, you know. So there's some good damage that you can get out there with him. So definitely Barbrady's the choice there. Classy versus Drone. I kind of like the Drone, but since we're gonna be building a ball of death, I would say maybe the Classy would be better because you could play it with the Angel. Wait, no, I lied. You play the Drone to counter the Cyborg. I remember this. I remember playing this week. We picked the Drone to counter the Cyborg because Cyborg is going to be the pick and you leave it at level 2. Yeah, Drawler, you're exactly right. You leave it at level 2 so that if some idiot does play the tower, you can one-shot the tower and you can easily steal the tower. I really don't think it's worth playing the tower. I don't think it's worth playing the tower because Angel Wendy is the superior card over Robin Tweak this week. And you would only run Robin Tweak. That's hard for me to say. You'd only play this card if you were also running this, right? I mean, it could also be good on other stuff, but the value that you can get, the value that you can potentially get from the Angel, especially when there's no fireball or anything like that, the value that you can potentially get from the Angel is what, 3 per hit? It's like what? It's like 600 each or something like that. It's so much. Like, sure, if you get 2 Angel abilities off, it's better than Robin for sure. So I would say Angel's better. You gotta go the Dar, because the Dar on him, the Dar on her is just deadly either way. You could Dar the Barbrady as well, and I wouldn't think it's the end of the world, so there are a couple options. Darring the cows is also obviously an option for fun shit. What else we got? And then I would probably say you want to go the Unholy to remove this or this, because that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. You want to remove it before they can Dar it, right? or remove it after they dar it. You know, it just kind of depends on the situation. So yeah, so let's go through this again. No ninja because Stand the Great I think is going to impact that. So Mecha is going to be good. Counters the mind control a little bit potentially. Counters the cyborg potentially. Can get good value against the towers. Can get good value against a lot of things in the deck, so he's good. And there's no removal for him. So like Mecha, you can keep Mecha alive all game very easily since there's no removal and you can heal him with the Angel. If no tower, don't need mind control. Yeah, I would say mind control to potentially save the tower, but that's such a drastic amount of energy. I don't even think that's worth it. Stand the Great just because he's a vastly superior card to Poseidon, mostly because if some dumb team runs the ninja, your Stand the Great's going to be there to take him out. Hermes with the energy staff, not worth it. Not worth it. Because chances are, in most Team Wars, you're going to lose before you can get that benefit. There's not a whole lot of Team Wars games that go to the end of them. But the amount of value that you could potentially get with the cyborg by stealing the right unit is just too big, I think. But I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I wouldn't think that's the worst play either. I mean, Hermes is just a solid assassin in general, but a little cheaper. You know, I don't hate that. I would be all right with that. But I feel like the value that you could get from that is it's much more fun. It's gonna be more fun with the cyborg either way, right? Cows are the choice just because they're cows. If somebody tries to ninja the cows, you could Sama or you could stand them. I would say honestly, you have to keep this. You have to hold the Stand the Great for the cows. Like that's really the only consistent thing you're gonna have out there that's gonna be able to lower the cow's damage. And then you're gonna want to play Angel on the back line. You maybe put Barbrady out there, put SWOW out there. Your own cows will be some of the best cow counters probably as well. Just play your cows on their cows when they get to your side. That's going to be important. Then you play the Angel, heal your cows, that kind of thing, right? But you're probably going to be giving up a bar every time they play cows, just making sure they don't get two and building your death ball, because there's not a whole lot that can stop you once you get built, right? You have Unholy to defend to remove one of these if they defend. Should be pretty easy to push to the victory after that. And yeah, if you get the Dar on the cows, it's legendary. Paladin, just Astro's not good enough to even consider. So definitely Astro. Unholy, I think, because one of the biggest threats is going to get value. Value from the SWOW is honestly the thing I'm the most afraid of like losing two, because that card is just so good. She's so good. She can take out your backline. She can do a little chip to New Kid and other stuff. It's just very deadly. Very deadly. Barbrady, just because PC Principle is just a non-option, basically. I would say Energy Staff because the tower is just kind of too dangerous. It's too dangerous with that Cyborg option out there, with Mind Control option out there. You can't trust 50 people for 3 games apiece to not screw that up, in my opinion. She can distract the Stampede. Yeah, that's really good too. Gosh, she's so good. She's so good. Drone because it could stop the potential Cyborg value. If you could get it out there. If you get it out there in time, depending on where your Cyborg tower is, I would say this week, always play, if you have tower, always play it back. Always play it back so that they can't just play Cyborg midline and your tower immediately hits the Cyborg. You want to be able to do it so that you could play your Cyborg or your tower, not your tower, your drone immediately, and maybe the drone has enough chance to hit. We'd have to test that, but that would be the goal if that's possible. Otherwise, Paladin, get him with the Paladin, and then That would be like if they try to do that with a low cost cyborg, Paladin's gonna be your option, I think. What are the other ones? SWOW just because cheaper and even better than Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard could be an issue, but if he gets unholied, it's an energy down, and SWOW just in general has so much better. Dar for the SWOW only, or the cows if you think you're gonna pull it off and you're already at an advantage. If it's don't do it if they're almost dead. Do it if they're like at a third of the health or something like that. Like don't chance it because it's such a good play to Dar her midline. Like that's game winning almost every time and then you get the angel out there, game winning almost every time. And then I would say in a pinch you could maybe Dar the Bar Brady if that could work out. And then angel over Robin because of the potential consistency and overall value that the angel could get versus the one shot KO that the Robin could get. That, you know, there's not really anything in here that I see like, oh, if I Robin it, it's game over. You know what I mean? Like there's no Mintberry Crunch. If there's Mintberry Crunch in there, probably gonna go Robin. Robin on Mintberry Crunch is one of the strongest things in Team Wars. You could Robin the Mecha, I guess. That's pretty dangerous. But I think just the overall value that you can get with the angel, healing the cows, healing any of these big tanks. You know, you could have Bar Brady plus SWOW plus Stan the Great, just tanking all the damage, angel healing them, Stan blocking damage, angel healing them, SWOW pulling damage in, angel healing them. Like that's just brutal. Yeah, if you went tower, probably Robin would be the choice because you're really going to want to get as much value from that tower as possible. Otherwise... But I mean, at the same time, Angel does heal the tower, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't she? So she could just potentially heal the tower 8 times and keep it alive indefinitely. So, I mean, that's potentially good too. But I think this is pretty clear. I think this is pretty clearly the deck. As far as what you're gonna possibly see, you might see some Ninjas. I don't think you'll see Terrence and Phillip. I don't think you'll see Poseidon. I don't think you'll see very many Hermes. You definitely won't see very many Astros. You'll probably see some towers for sure. You probably won't see any PC principles this week. You probably will definitely see mind controls. I could see some classies, but you're probably going to see mostly drones. You could maybe see some Grand Wizards on teams where they don't have SWOW levels. But even SWOW 3 is probably better than Grand Wizard 4 or 5 even maybe. Now, Grand Wizard 5 is probably better than SWOW 3. You're probably only going to see Dar. I can't imagine anyone running Randy. And then I could see people running Robin, but you're probably going to see mostly Angel. So that is what I would think we're going to see all around the league. If you disagree, leave your comments in chat. We'll see you guys on the next one. Good luck on your runs, and make sure you check out my Team Wars review videos that are going to be popping up in the corner right now. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.